Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Chevron Read. Today I'll be doing my February TBR. So as always, I have my little mug here and I'm going to pick 5 prompts and hopefully scour through my bookshelves here and see which book fits each prompt. I am hoping for a good month, to be honest. As of right now, just to give you an update on my January books, I am currently in the middle of my 4th book out of the 5 books I picked, but I made a good dent on the secret TBRs I've been reading, so overall pretty pleased. And it is actually only the 22nd or 23rd of January, so I still have a good week or so before the month ends, so hopefully I will get to finishing all of it. So I'm actually filming this pretty early, but I want to get this over with because I want to get this out before February. That way I'm like on top of things and not behind as I usually am. But anyways, first pick over here is adult fantasy. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of adult fantasy. I'll be right back. Okay, so the book I decided to go with this time around, I realized that February I have a lot of adult sci-fi books, and I was like, oh, maybe they're like a fantasy, but they're like very sci-fi. Like I'm talking like robots and space. So I was like, maybe I can't really do that, so I decided to go with this one. I feel like this is also like sci-fi fantasy, but definitely I've seen this on the list for fantasy, so I'm going to use that. This is a book that I'm going to try to read forever, but I'm holding off because it's kind of chunky, but I really want to read it, and that is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. All I know is something to do with like the apocalypse and like the world ending like again and again. So at this point everyone is like, they know what to expect and they know how to handle an apocalypse. But yeah, I've heard some great things about the series in general, just the author in general, and I have a number of her books that I'm like, I feel like I would love her as well. So yeah, I want to at least finally pick up my first book from this author and just see what the hype is about. So this will be the first book from my adult fantasy. All right, moving on to my next prompt here, and that is 2020 release. Okay, this should be pretty simple. So for this one, I decided to go with Beach Read by Emily Henry. This one came out, according to this, May 2020, so this definitely fits. This is actually a book that I'm planning to read for another TBR, so I'll be able to read it for both of them, which I'm pretty excited for. So yeah, hopefully I will love it. All I know is that this one is basically about 2 authors who kind of have like writer's block or something, and one of them writes like romance and one of them writes what is it, like literary fiction. And I guess the 2 of them, to kind of like overcome their writer's block, decide to swap genres, and of course some sort of romance ensues. I've heard great things, so I'm pretty excited. All right, moving on to my next prompt here. Let's see, hopefully it's a good one. Under 200 pages. Ooh, okay. All right, I'll be right back. Perfect. I have the perfect book for this one, and that is How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories. This is about 170 pages, so definitely fits. I'm really excited for this one. I've been trying to read this book forever. Well, not forever because it just came out, but I was like, how will I be able to pick up this book? And I'm glad that I have this prompt now to pick up this book, and this is a short read, so I'm really happy about that. Obviously this is a novella for the Cruel Prince trilogy, which I absolutely adore, one of my favorite series of all times, so I definitely can't wait to dive back into their world. Okay, moving on to prompt number 4. Red cover. Okay, this should be pretty simple. Okay, for this one I'm gonna go with From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This one definitely has a red on the cover, so I am really excited. All I know is that this is one of the best paranormal fantasies in a while. I want to say it's young adult because I feel like she usually writes young adults, but she has written some adult books, but I think it's young adult. I've heard really positive reviews about this book in general. I don't really know the specifics of what this book is about, but I've heard great things, and it is on my, this is also another book on my other TBR, so I'll be able to basically hit 2 birds with 1 stone essentially, so I'm excited for this one. Okay, moving on to my last and final prompt. Hopefully this will be a good one. Black cover. Oh, I'm picking on like the cover books. Okay, once again I have a really good book for this one, and that is The Echo Wife by Sarah Gailey. This is another one that's actually on my secret TBR, so yeah, I'll be able to finish a lot of books. To be honest, this pick has been pretty good. I was able to pick up some books on my other TBR, so I'm able to just kind of like push and bunch them up together, and yeah, it won't be as stressful. All I know is that this basically is about a woman who decides to clone herself, and now her husband is actually cheating on her with her cloned self. And I guess like something happens. I assume that she ends up murdering her husband, because she's like, what does it say over here? It's like, now the cheating bastard's dead and there's a bloody mess to clean up. So I'm definitely intrigued by like what will happen in this book. It sounds really interesting. But yeah, this will be the last book on my TBR. So just a quick recap on the books that I'll be reading. So I have one over here, Adult Fantasy, which I'll be reading the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. Then for black cover, I am picking up Echo Wife by Sarah Gailey. Then I'm doing red cover, which I'm going to be reading From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I think I'll be picking up this book as an audiobook, but I think I might try to pick it up physically, like just purchase a copy, because I feel like I would really love it, and if I love it, I would like to own the series. So I'm still on the fence about that. Then I have over here Under 200 Pages, which I'm going to read How the King of Elham Learned to Hate by Helly Black. And then my last prompt over here is a 2020 release, which is going to be Beach Read by Emily Henry. So basically these are the 5 books plus a non-available book right here, not on hand, that I'll be reading for this month. Definitely can't wait to get into it. I think overall I picked a really good stack. None of them are like super intense, so they seem like it's possible for me to finish it all. But anyway, that's all I have to say for this video. Let me know down below which books are you planning to read for February. But as always, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe down below, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.